Have you ever had one of those days where just the world is working against you? We're having one of those right now. And there's Gary. And the reason why? We have a roadblock.
I've been praying through the evening. I've been praying through the night, asking every higher power for a meaning, for a sign, to let the hour come. Oh, 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 oh.
The Cariboo Highway, Highway 97, runs north from Cache Creek to Prince George across the lake-studded Fraser Plateau. This route follows much of the historic Cariboo Wagon Road and the Gold Rush Trail of the 1860s to the Lower Mainland en route to Vancouver, BC.
So we can remake us again. Take what you need. Take what you need from me.
This is a classic 275-mile or 445-kilometer ramble through the heart of the Cariboo region, a region of rolling hills and prairies, thick forests, granite-walled canyons, and impressive river valleys, where ranching, logging, and mining are the mainstays of the local economy. Many towns along the Cariboo Highway are helpfully referred to by distance from Lillooet, Mile Zero, north along the Gold Rush Trail. A Canadian 2006 census recorded the population in the Cariboo region at 62,190 persons living on land of an area of approximately 31,129 square miles. It covers the area from 70 Mile House to Hickson, just south of Prince George.
Lost without you. Now I'm sitting on the ceiling. I'm gazing at the
At Williams Lake, the center of Cariboo region and home of the famous Williams Lake Stampede Rodeo, you encounter the crossroads with the Chilcotin Highway, Highway number 20, that travels west through the heart of BC's cowboy country and on to the coastal town of Bella Coola, which is famous for its fishing and grizzly bear watching and is the terminal for the BC ferries to Vancouver Island. Make a stop in Williams Lake Visitor Center to see an amazing compilation of artifacts. Hike the popular River Valley Trail that leads from town to a quaint forest, or visit the Museum of the Cariboo Chilcotin for a history of ranching and rodeo in the area. It's also home to the BC's Cowboy Hall of Fame. From Williams Lake, you can also head northeast to the town of Likely to see the largest man-made bullion pit in North America, or stop at the nearby Quesnel Forks Recreation Site and Ghost Town to explore a historic graveyard and the remains of Canada's oldest Chinese Tong house. The picturesque community of Quesnel is the commercial center of the North Cariboo region, located in a quiet valley surrounded by beautiful green mountains and lush forests. Quesnel is a perfect place from which to launch outdoor adventures and soak up the rich history of the Gold Rush era. Quesnel, the gold pan city, is home to the world's largest gold pan. While in Quesnel, be sure to visit the District Museum and Archives to check out Mandy, the famous haunted doll, or stroll through the antique machinery park. If traveling through in July, don't miss Billy Barker Days, named for one of the Gold Rush founders, a 4-day festival that celebrates the Cariboo's Gold Rush past and highlights Quesnel's community spirit. We had plans to come back and explore Quesnel over the weekend as we found another BC recreation site about 25 miles north of town. The only gamble of this free campsite was it was set 24 miles off the highway up a logging road. Reviews had said the site is easily accessible by a 2-wheel drive vehicle and that there's ample room to camp with over 20 sites to choose from. So we decided to go for it. This would be our longest off-road detour for a campsite this trip, but with the plan to stay over the long Canadian holiday weekend, we were willing to place that bet. The logging road was well maintained and used, and we passed several vehicles as we made our way back to Abu Lake. We slowly climbed up an elevation and had amazing views looking out over the Cariboo region. Again, we told Mom and Dad this is a good practice for when we are in Alaska and take such roads as the Denali or Top of the World Highway. It's not always about the destination, but more about the journey. Now, only 2 miles from our destination, we turned the corner and ran into our very first roadblock. I quickly got on the radio with Mom and Dad and declared, "Houston, we have a problem."
We're a little taller, I think.
I'm thinking if we limb up this side,
Well, what I can do, no, I don't want to do that. So what I could do is go pull halfway through and take a chainsaw and cut it off.
well,
But
yeah.
then it might fall in the motorhome. It'll fall back in the motorhome.
Oh, yeah, no. You could use the motorhome to stand up and limb this up on this side,
Oh, you
though.
can get up there and cut the tip of the tree
Yeah,
off?
cut the tip of the tree. But the way it's gonna, it'll fall down back into the motorhome.
Right.
I don't want to do that.
You can put it up against the motorhome.
Yeah, it'll be stuck behind a little bit. I don't know what you're doing with what though.
Well, this adds to the adventure, doesn't it?
It definitely does.
Harry, can you reach that one over there? Probably not.
That's way over off the road. That one?
Yeah, I can reach it.
Yeah.
Can't cut it.
Okay.
Which one?
The one that's hanging down right in front of the window.
Oh, over here.
Yeah.
Tempted to get the saw.
No. You don't need to. You've
Okay.
made enough clearance, I believe, for both of us.
Yeah.
I think it did raise up a little bit.
I think it did.
Taking that weight.
Well, should the BC Forestry Service hire you?
I don't want to work that hard. I'm retired.
Oh my goodness. Day 3 and the venture really just turned up a
Well, I was
notch.
wondering how long it was going to be before this happened. 20 miles in on a logging road.
Well, that was totally interesting, and we beat it. Next time on Pau Hana Travels, with one obstacle overcome, we hit our second roadblock 100 yards down the road.
As always, if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up down below. Leave us a comment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We thank you for watching.
Until next time, Pau Hana.